Hi everyone, in this video we will talk about this question. What is the meaning of this line? Basically, it says its meaning is answer is B as per this question, and I can see the answer here. So basically, here sum is a function which takes two arguments of integer type and returns void. So I'll try to explain more about these functions in C programming. Let me open my Linux terminal and create a small program. Let's create a directory here. Let's call it functions. I'll go inside this and I will create a file using VI editor. I will call it main.c, and uh, let's do an example on functions in C programming. I will include a header file, and I will have a function here. I will return some value. So before this main function, let's create a function. Just call it hello. It can be any name. And inside this function, I will just try to print hello. So we have a function here, hello, which returns void and just printing hello. Let me call this. How we can call this from the main? We can just call it like this because we are not passing any argument here. Let me compile this program first and see what is the output of this program. I'll come out of this VI editor and compile this program using GCC compiler main.c, and I will explicitly mention the binary name. It got compiled, and now if I run, I'll see hello. So this is the very basic example on function. Now what happens if I pass two arguments? If I want to pass arguments, so let's say I'm passing two arguments from here, 5 and 10, and I'm receiving it here. So these are integer type values, so I have to take integer type data type here to store those 5 and 10 values. And after printing here, I want to print sum as well. Sum is, so sum of A and B, what you can do is either you can create a variable sum which will do A plus B, and since we want to print the value of sum, we will use %d. This is access specifier to print integer values, and then I'll pass sum here. So let's see how it works. I'll compile it one more time. It got compiled without any error. Now let me run it. Sum is 15. It's coming on the same line because we did not put slash and characters. So let me go back, and after printing, let me put slash n. So this is better now. Now remember one thing. In C programming, we have, when we talk about function, we have three things. First thing is function prototype. It also called declaration. And then function body, we also call definition. Third thing is function call. So let me give a line number here. So at line number 60, this is basically a function call, and the work which is done by hello, for that we define a function. This is called function definition. The first thing, which is prototype, we haven't mentioned there because remember, if we are defining any function before its call, I mean, see at line number 16 we are calling it, but at line number 8 we have already, from line number 8 to 12 we have already defined it. So in this case, we don't need to declare the prototype of the function. Even after that, if you're trying to declare, that will not harm, we will not get any error. So if I want to declare this function here, then this is how we declare. You just end it by putting semicolon. So this is the declaration. So this is called declaration, and this is the definition. and this is called function call. So in big project, what happens? All function declaration we put in the header files, and the definition we put in separate .c file, and we can call them from either main or some other functions. So functions have a lot of things, like few more things, like instead of void you can return some data type. It can be integer, float, double character, depending upon our need, and it can support n number of arguments. So here we are taking only 2 arguments, but if you want we can take n number of arguments. There is no limitation. So that's all I have in this video. Thanks for watching, and if you like the video, please do subscribe to the channel.